Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the month of November here in 2024. This is the Daria Reactions. I am Fred. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. And yeah, I'm kind of in a Halloween costume, a day late. Granted, of course, if you actually look at the description of the videos, you know I'm recording this like over a week in advance. but I figure, what the hell? Why not wear, you know, a costume of sorts? Anyway, we are wrapping up season 3 of Daria today. We'll be watching the episode Jane's Addiction. I'll be watching the episode Jane's Addiction, doing my usual reaction, commentary, discussion as we go through the entire episode. For those who don't know, I was in high school when Daria was first airing back in the late 1990s. Season 3 was basically coincided with my it was like back end of the my sophomore year of high school. So this was probably this. And if I had to sum up season 3 in a way, it's like it's the most, compared to seasons 1 and 2, it is certainly the most surreal season by any stretch of the imagination. What I remember about the episode Jane's Addiction, excuse me, it's not Jane's Addiction, is Jane's Addition. Because this is the episode where Tom is introduced. And Tom, I believe the character's name was Tom Sloan, was certainly a controversial figure at the time, at least in the circle of people that I associated with at the time when this episode first aired back in again, we're talking over 25 years ago. And that it kind of broke up the dynamic. There were certainly a lot of folks hoping for like Daria and Trent to hook up, to be the thing, since that was something that's clearly been hinted at and referenced and built up to at some over the course of the series. Of course, the whole thing with Tom and Daria really doesn't hit off until like really you get more into season 4. Especially I believe towards the end of season 4, if memory serves me right. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's certainly an interesting dynamic of introducing a character like Tom to Daria that actually causes things so much strife. Because you would assume that, okay, if you're going to have any type of couples and stuff like that, that Daria and Jane would be the couple. But again, we're talking again late 90s, and there, as forward thinking as the Daria series was, that was never going to happen, even though that would have been the logical conclusion there. There's also the issue is that Daria has had some kind of romantic interest at times, while Jane never did. And so to introduce some character conflict, having Tom come in as someone that gets Jane's attention, it was certainly divisive at the very least. I mean, I'm not sure how the overall reaction to Tom's being added to the show was in the general Daria fan base. I can only speak what I can remember, based on people I again associated with in high school, which weren't many. Again, so for those who don't know, you don't hear any audio because we try to avoid the DMCA issues. We do have the capture display up, and we turn the blurs on and off as we go through it. So with that said, let's get into Jane's Addition. No Daria Day intro, so there's that. La 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 la. It's like he's right. Many things are written on the web and never see the printed page, unless you're like my friend Dre Stamino, who actually has had had a couple books published. Go for medium rare, yes. An exciting excitement. Yes, it is, Jane. That okay. Okay, Mr. O'Neill is giving them a multimedia project, something that you would typically see here on YouTube to extent. Wow. Holy shit. She talks about downing tranquilizers. Mr. O'Neill says it's like, have you tried homeopathy, whatever the hell that is. James responds, she's going to stick with guys for now. And I was here as I was talking about in our intro regarding the, what we'll consider the relationship pairings. So yeah, that was a bad and dated joke. It was clever as hell, but damn. Jane's hair is kind of bluish in this shot. And again, it's very rare you can actually see the outlines of both the exterior of her hair and the inner lines. And her hair is jet black here. So it kind of makes you wonder what the hell is the actual correct color scheme for Daria here for a lot of these characters? It was me? Oh, and there's Tom. It's safe to say he has green eyes. Jane's gonna make her move. No, Tom's gonna make the move. Yeah, Jane is totally a singer. For me, yeah, yo. Wow, Jane's eye color changed a bit from shot to shot too. It was briefly green, fully green instead of blue. Yes. Uh huh. Daria's been ditched by her only friend. Blam. Okay. Typical drummer bassist, things. It is pretty cool. Yeah, that's not what they're planned. 30, 30 seconds of music cost you $5. It, it's gonna. You asking Trent to get something done in 2 weeks? It's gonna. That'll be like 2 months. Awkward silence. Oh, Trent's gonna give Daria a ride. Sweet. Not from school. Trent is confident in her sister's ability. I'll give him that. Of course, part of how Tom convinced Jane to go with him is that he asked her about her interest in convertibles, not sofas, cars, but. Again, I really like the overall vibe that ends up happening with a lot with the Daria and the Morgan and the Lanes. Oh, and Jane never showed back up. Yes, she did. Yes, it's almost noon. Actually, at this point in time, it's a little after 8:30, but still. Yes, you did, Jane. Yeah, Daria did, and she's mad. Total bedhead with Jane. Again, what the? So is Jane's hair naturally just black or is it blue? It again depends on the animation cells that they use. Oh, and Tom's there. Daria ain't thrilled, and we can't blame her. We totally can't blame her. Hey, wait a second. Jane's hair is different. It's like it's like magically her hair fixes itself between scenes. Awkward. And Trent ain't thrilled either. No, Jane is totally a morning person. Except after she got ravaged by Tom. Yes, she should. You know what? I've never. I don't drink coffee myself. Trent, you relax about every damn thing. And Daria is just being kicked around here. Trent, you forgot about the pot. Yeah, okay, he didn't forget about it. He wait. Trent's been screwing with a MIDI keyboard. Wouldn't that chafe? Not at the moment. She doesn't. Jan, you're totally gaga for him. Okay. Trent is amused, and I love it. How many pizzas? They had like 2 whole pizzas? Oh, great. And Tom popped up. I can imagine why, Tom. I can imagine why. Thank you, Daria. We, I am remembering as actually why Tom was so damn hated. No, yeah, Daria's in the right here. What the hell did Jane do? Does she want a list? Nope. How about you apologize to Daria first? I mean, granted, Jane did apologize for ditching her, but how much of the project was Daria doing on her own? It isn't Daria's fault. Wow, everybody's mad at everyone. Trent, Trent has a big point here. Yeah, but wow, they're totally pissed. Yep, there's a dead plant in the Lane's house. Yes, you were, Jane. Well, she had to do a BO check. I was like, you never know. You never know. Yeah, but the Tom that I am reminded is like how much people hated Tom. Uh, that's a Rust Belt kit. Oh yeah, again, Thomas is forcing his way in. Why? Why? So why? It's like there's no incentive for Daria here to like him. There is no There is no incentive for him for her to like him. Dude also has some big ass ears, and I say that as someone who has big ears. No, Daria is justified. Again, it's like trying to like get Daria to like him at this point with them like having like a male counterpart to bounce off of. I understand it, but at the same time, it just breaks the vibe there, and it does come to a head, I believe, at the end of season 4. Two. No, involving Trent was a good idea. You just needed to be on him on stuff. Wait a second. Kevin and Brittany came up with that? All right, I'll give them credit. Of course you were the QB, Kevin. Everyone knows you're the QB. Phase 1. That's actually rather cute. Phase 2. Denial. No, we don't want to. We don't want to go to back to school. That's actually a great rendition of Jane and Trent's mom. Oh, at least Mr. DiMartino participated. You know, that is a lot. The cycle of what a high school student goes through. That's an A+ project. Wait, what did Charles make? You know, of course he will be having like a big budget intro. Oh wait, I was expecting something else there. Don't tell me Tom is showing up here. Oh no, it's Trent. Okay. Trent and Daria going out for pizza. Creative difference. Obviously, he couldn't get the music together. Deadlines, you know, are endpoints. Yes. Different ideas about commitment. So, yeah. This is essentially them ending like any like Daria Trent stuff. Good pun. Yes, they do. They look awful together. Yeah. Again, Trent and Daria as like it's so damn cute. Daria, you just have your slices of pizzas over there. And again, then it's like and then essentially remembering that throughout season 4 ends with Daria kind of making him and Tom I think kissing and Jane being pissed about it. So how can I put this? Tom, I was saying it's like I remember as to why Tom rubbed so many people the wrong way with his introduction, and it was because he literally makes the move on Jane. It's like Jane makes the decisions and choices that typically she wouldn't, at least not with a guy like Tom. And then there's like, and it's just like it just totally breaks up the normal vibe that you would see with Daria and Jane. So especially in the morning shot where like she shows up at her house early the next day. So and then you have like the confrontation where he's literally Tom goes out of his way to confront Daria on this issue, on like, oh, to be nice to him because he's interested in her friend. Is like Daria has no incentive to do so, other than it's like, okay, has to put up with Tom, so just like she and Jane can remain friends in a way, because obviously that could lead to the break in the friendship. Trent comes across rather well in this episode, particularly in regards to like, okay, we all know he is not going to get anything done in a short amount of time, and the payoff being like, it's like references regarding their point of views on commitment as it relates to a project also leads into the larger like other types of commitment as it relates to people who might be interested in each other. And if memory serves me right, this was essentially the overall end for any major like potential flirting with Daria and Trent going forward. Because Trent is Trent is in his like early 20s. So the age gap, there's not much of an age gap there. Certainly not as much of an age gap as there is with Daria and between Quinn and a lot of the male characters, such as the one like Marco in the last episode, who was they're certainly way older. Certainly, this episode was pretty light. Otherwise, certainly a lot of like character drama and stuff. And when you consider how wacky a lot of how season 3 was overall, between the musical, between the casino ship episode, and so many other like things that happen over the course of these 13 episodes, it to end with like more of a character driven plot where essentially all you had was primarily Daria, Jane, Tom, and Trent, with Mr. O'Neill serving as the cataclysm, and hardly any other characters really making a contribution to the overall plot. It's like, this was certainly a major tonal shift, certainly from the at least when you compare it to the previous episode. It was very, very different in that regard. Now, I think they, over the course of season 4, they do kind of work things out with Tom to be a little bit less off-putting over the course of that season, to build up towards its season finale again with the eventual big blow up with Jane and Daria, which again towards the end of season 4. Again, that's at least from my memory. Let's see. Is there anything else? This is kind of like a tough episode to talk about because there's really not much in terms of comedy standout moments. Oh wait, no, we do have to talk about the the animation era there. Certainly the one big animation error that occurred, where you have one shot where like Jane is clearly has bedhead. She's speaking with Daria at the door. Then Tom comes and then you get the commercial bumpers. And then after the commercial bumpers, Jane's hair is perfectly normal. So, and I know, I said it in the last episode, that they do look for the most complete versions of the episodes possible. And that is what is on the Daria Complete Series box set. But I can't imagine that whoever was the director and stuff, and the person overseeing the animation cells, looked at those shots and realized, oh yeah, that's fine. I certainly can't imagine that. And there were quite a few people that worked on Daria as a series. Granted, it is not the most complex animation in the world. It's certainly, we're not talking something like Flintstones level in terms of stuff. But when you have certain things are just that was just sloppy. Where you have Jane's hair looking one way and at the end of one scene and looking totally another at the beginning of another. And of course, I did catch there was like a Jane's eye color changing from blue to green and back again when she and Tom are speaking in the club. So with that said, next Wednesday we will begin season 4 of Daria, and not sure if we're going to be doing 2 episodes next week the way we did this week, but we shall see. So with that said, tighten your friendship bracelets, stay safe, have a good one. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.